We are live now. Good evening, everyone. How are you doing? Welcome to Coffee and Conversations with Melissa. I am so excited to introduce to you the awesome couple, the Campbell Hairston Group LLC, Lamont and Katrina Hairston, creators of the Lens app. What is
Hello.
the Lens app? Yeah, what is the Lens app? I have to read something to you guys. So, the Lens app was designed to provide a safe and effective way to report and rate civilian police interaction. The app will help provide the much needed accountability for police officers and increase safety and respect of civilians. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Lamont and Katrina.
Hello,
Hello,
everyone.
hello.
Hello.
Thanks for
So,
having us.
yes, thank you. Thank you for gracing me to have this event uh to exp- to um to explain or have a conversation of what you do. So let's start at why did you create the Lens app?
What this one?
You go, Israel. It's your
Okay.
brainchild.
Well, we created the Lens app. It was born on the heels of the Breonna Taylor and George Floyd protests. So we had been watching the news heavy like everyone else in the country, just keeping up what was going on. And at that time, I was part-time driving for Lyft. So it was the third night of the protest, and I had went out and make a little bit of money because the traffic was still heavy out there. And of course, she told me I had to be in before too late because she was concerned with everything that was going on. So when I came home, I walked in the room. It was still on the news, and I sat down on the bed, and I had just got rated, and it kind of upset me because I'm like, we rate everybody but the people that really matter. We rate bartenders. We rate how's my driving. We rate everybody, but no one has any say so on how cops do their job. So from there, we created that.
That's awesome. So how does it work?
Well, it's a mobile app that you can download into your phone. It's available on iOS and Android. And what you would do is if you was to encounter a police officer,
Mm-hmm.
to just open up your phone, and in there you have categories. And so you could use whichever category is applicable to you, whether it's you're an eyewitness, whether you're in a traffic stop, whether someone just stopped you and questioned you. And so it has all of those things in there where you can plug in what the situation is. You can enter the officer's name, badge number. If he's in a car, you can put his car, the vehicle number there. You can write a description of what your interaction was. You can rate it on a scale of 1 star to 5 stars. 1 and 2 stars give you the option to submit a complaint. Um,
Mm-hmm.
if you do have a 1 or 2 star rating, but you don't want to submit a complaint, you don't have to. You do have that option if you're really just dissatisfied with your service. And then, of course, we go up to 5 stars for the exemplary, exceptional service. And so that's pretty much just what you do. You basically have a voice about how you're being policed. You have a voice about the people that's in your area protecting you and serving you, or supposed to be. So it's just one of those things where you can just in real time say this is going on, this officer on that corner, or this officer had this, and then you can upload photos and videos, and then you can share, and then you can also get followers and different things like that. So it's a whole thing. We're making it a whole movement. We have upgrades. We have like 6 level of upgrades that's going to be rolled out to just keep it fresh, keep it new, keep it interactive, keep it exciting, keep it something that people really want to see. So that the base model that we have right now is the beta testing phase. So what people have is not going to be the end. So we're just trying to just test it to see how people feel about it, to see if it's something that they would use. Because people use Yelp all day, and that's really what the
Yes.
app is. The Lens app is like the Yelp for police officers, and just trying to get some of the stuff that's been going on with the officers and the community, and just the dissension and the divisiveness that's been going on. We're just trying to create unity.
Yeah, that's very cool what you do. Hoy, we have audience here. Say hello to Kidron. Hello to
Hi,
Hi,
Kedron.
Kidron. You guys are awesome. He loves
Oh, we
you.
love you
Aw.
too. You are always the dope.
Genius app. That's what
Thank
you
you.
said. Oh gosh.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kidron.
We really just wanted to we have a son. You know, we have children, not small children, but we have a 21-year-old daughter and a 20-year-old daughter and a 13-year-old son. And so I am in constant anxiety and constant fear when everyone's not under my roof. Like, I'm that mom where I don't sleep, I'm not at peace until everybody is back home under in the same roof. And so just even with the app and the things that's going to be coming in the future, it's just really that's just something that offers security, because we can't be everywhere with our kids. And even though we raise them and we try to train them up a certain way, things happen and mistakes happen and things get lost in translation. And so this is just really like a parent in your pocket, a buddy in your pocket, when you just get into those situations where not everybody is at their best. Most of the time when the cops come around, it's not a real good situation. So when the cops come around, people more than likely aren't at their best. But this just really adds a sense of just ease, as far as being able to keep a watchful eye on what's going on with your neighborhood, with your community, about who's in your community, who's controlling your community, who has authority in your community, and do they understand your community? You have policing neighborhoods that they don't live in. And they don't understand the culture of that neighborhood. They don't understand the temperature of that neighborhood. And so it's very easy for them to misinterpret and misconstrue what could be a friendly conversation, into a heated debate, something that that they assume is going to be violent. So it's just one of those things where everyone needs understanding all around. The officers need understanding because they have horrible jobs, when they're faced with certain things. And then, we have what we go through. We have a very good reason not to trust them. And so this app is just, we hope, intended for it to be a peacemaker in some ways, and to expose the bad in hopes to eradicate and to highlight the good, to uplift and highlight.
So what makes this app different from your typical apps?
One of the big things that makes this app different, well, I mean, we found out recently that there were a couple other attempts, but as far as we know, it never really panned out. And I think the thing that makes this app different is the fact that it incorporates an education piece, whereas you'll be able to look up and research your state penal codes through the app. It has we're going to put in a location feature. So that's something that makes a difference. So you're going to have like 5 things in one app. So you'll have Waze meets Yelp meets Facebook
Life 360.
and Life 360. So you're going to have the social piece, you're going to have the tracking piece, you're going to have the notification piece, and just the education piece.
Then there's educational pieces. And then there's just there'll be things on what to do and what not to do.
That you'll be able to learn through the site.
You'll be able to learn the site, certain behaviors that officers read as aggressive, certain tones, body languages that they read as aggressive, and different things like that. So it's really just searching for understanding on both sides.
I like to call it the Swiss Army knife of apps. That's what's going to make it different. It's going to be the one app that you can do multiple things with. And you're not going to have to bounce around and grab other ones to complete your process. We're trying to have it all inclusive. We'll have it all inclusive.
So how will you validate claims made against police?
Well, the validation piece, to be honest with you, I'm not really all concerned about that. Because if the cops are doing their job and they're documenting their interactions, that's the validation. So if we get a documentation that doesn't match their documentation, then you can start asking questions. But if our people have documentation and they don't, that's their fault, and we're going to believe what's on paper, because the problem is police officers aren't mandated to tell you how many people they have contact with. Only documentation is the people that they give tickets to or that they arrest. So if they stop somebody, harass them, do whatever, there's no record of that because they didn't write a ticket. So with the app, you'll be able to report those interactions, and that will force police to document all of their interactions so people stop falling by the wayside, feeling like they were taken advantage of and not having a voice.
So what are you trying to accomplish by releasing this app?
Well, one of the first things that we're immediately trying to accomplish is just have a database.
Okay.
That's the whole purpose of the app. We know that there are other community and police relation initiatives out there, but the thing that makes us different is that we are third party. We are a completely separate entity that will hold and house your information. And the separate thing from what the initiative that's going on with the community and police is, once again, the police is submitting or requesting that the community give survey and feedback about their service, but they give the feedback straight back to the police. So if the police reads the feedback or reads the survey and they decide that they don't like what is being said, they can go ahead and throw that away. And it's as if that person never spoke, which is, we know that's what police has been known for. They've been known for their blue wall of silence. They've been known for eliminating and throwing away and hiding and burying complaints and grievances and things like that. So even this new initiative that they're trying to do in a ways to appease Blacks, because let's just call it what it is. You're trying to get us to shut up. You call it trying to change things. So we'll take it. We'll allow you to go through your change. And this is where they mess up. They want to stay in control. And that's the problem with police. Police cannot police the police unbiased because you're policing your friend. You're policing your son's godfather. You're policing whoever. But what the lens says is we're a party that will hold data. And like I said, we'll just hold it. There's no situation where we'll sell your information. There is no selling of information. We will not give your information to another site. Once we have your information, we will hold it. And then what will happen is if there is a grievance submitted, let's say a person who did a rating of 1 and they wanted to file a complaint. What would happen is they would notify us that they're going to file a complaint, and we would request that they would file a complaint within 48, 72 hours because it's things they fresh in your mind. And what would happen is once they would go to an official police report, whether it be online or you go in, what we would do is we would get a copy of that and we would hold the official police report that was filed so that when everything comes out in English, because the police like to lose complaints, they like to bury complaints. And so what happens is we hold a copy. So in case 30 days pass, 60 days pass, that person hasn't heard of anything or they haven't any sort of resolve, then here we do it as the third party holder of that information, and then we'll go ahead and do what it is that we do.
So, yeah. What experience, if any, do you have in law enforcement?
We both have a background in corrections, and she has experience with military policing, and I have extensive training in conflict resolution and diversity, which is also a major piece that is missing in police forces nationwide. Mm-hmm. They don't know how to deal with people that aren't their people. And with the data we collect, and like she was talking about with Congress and legislation, hopefully that leads to a training piece too, because those are important pieces that if you don't do the training, you will not know. So that's another layer that we're trying to accomplish through the lending.
Oh, okay. If you could change anything about the state of policing in America right now, what would you change?
Ooh. Ask you want to start, or you want me to start with that?
This is a long conversation.
Well, I'll put in a couple pieces because she had mentioned stuff earlier when she was talking about how police not living in the neighborhood they're policing. That's problematic, like she said, because you don't know who you're working with.
Yes.
And coming from a small community like I came from, we knew all of our cops. So it was nothing for a cop to knock on your door, use your parents' first name, explain the situation. It made stuff a whole lot easier, and they knew who they were policing. In the current state of policing, like she said, you don't know who you're policing. You come from outside. Most of the time, they do recruiting efforts intentionally to bring people from the outside because they may not trust the people of the area or whatever have you. But that needs to change. Cops need to live where they work. One, they need to do more extensive training at the academy in terms of how to use their firearm, because you can't convince me that every shot has to be a kill shot. Now, again, I told you she has extensive military background, and we go to a gun range. If she can hit a moving target out of practice from the military for all these years, they can't hit an arm or an ankle just to slow somebody down. So they need to be held accountable and to stop that kill shot stuff. And the third piece that I have a major problem with in policing is the reporting issues. So it gets reported one way, somebody will call in, and it goes overboard depending on what the person that got reported looks like. I think all people should be handled the same way. If you can show up and not shoot a irate white individual, why can't you show up and not shoot and kill an irate black individual? And that all goes back to training, what is seen as threatening and what is not. Those are my three. Go ahead, baby.
Yeah. I have somebody who wants to share his. Do you know them? Maswood Siraji.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, he said, I'm indeed very happy for the great help that Dr. Omozid, Dr. O.
That's not for
that
us.
has anything to do with anything.
Yeah, that's not for us. He's talking about the medical doctor.
Oh no, he talking about her simplex.
I'm here to get like a Dr. Omozid, like, oh my God.
That's different. That's not for us.
No.
Okay, that's not for us. Okay.
No,
Dr. O.
Yeah, he was talking medical stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Now.
Hey. This is good for live. You cannot edit anything. So
No, you can't.
That's great.
that is good. So what is your long-term goal in terms of the success of this app?
The long-term goal is to change policy, to change legislation. We would like to have the rating systems applied to the police force. We would like to implement some sort of, just like how when we're jobs and we have, evaluations and things like that, we get evaluated on how we do our job. We get evaluated on how we deal with the public, how we deal with our coworkers. I feel like the officers need to have something too. There needs to be some sort of accountability where they can't just use fear as an excuse.
Yeah.
Well, you need to get another damn job. If you're always scared, you need to get another job.
Yeah.
So, so the whole point, is for the end game is for us to change legislation about police interaction, change legislation with training, just change the whole, take the black slave out of it, because a lot of these cops are still operating with this overseer slave master mentality, which is the history of policing, and so once we get that type of mentality expunged, which means getting some of these upper echelon, older, should have retired 20 years ago, people out of there that's perpetuating this slave master relationship, in the police force, I think a lot of things will start to change, because for police to get so offended when you talk back, like all I did was say something that you don't like, and now I have to get my gun pointed on me. Like that's a personal thing.
It says amen.
I've been cussed out by real good people. I've been cussed out. My family, baby, you have met my family.
Yeah.
So for me, for a cop, and that's your job. And so for somebody in a tense situation to act tense, and the first thing you do is grab your gun because you're scared, you need to go be a nursery school teacher then.
Yeah. Do you know them, Sheree Bryant? They say amen. And then Omid Brown says, hello, everyone.
Oh, hello, Lucky Buck.
And then Kidron has a question for you.
Yes.
When do you hope your app will be out of testing phase?
When y'all download it and start using it and start telling us what you like and what you don't like and start giving us what you feel about it so that we can start crafting and creating and making something that you and your family could use. This app is for the people. It's for the people, by the people. And so that's why we wanted to have this beta testing phase where people can take it and download it while it's still free, because there will be a charge associated to it once, you know, it does what it does. But that's why we wanted to get, especially our people, our Lens followers on our page. We have our own page on Facebook that's close to 600 followers, and those are my babies.
Yes.
And so I really wanted to give them a first heads up, because those are the ones that was riding with us before the app, when we was just some nuts spewing some ideas on a Facebook page. You know, they was with us and commenting with us. And so that's why we opened up the beta process to them first, so that they can take it, download it, use it, play with it. If there's some categories in it that they think needs to be added, that needs to be taken away, they can, because we want everybody to use this. We want everybody to be, you know, we want them to use it because it really is for the people at such a time as this. So that's what the process of the beta testing was, for people to be able to get their hands on it and work with it.
I have a juicy question to you. Are you ready?
I'm always ready.
If you could sit down and talk about your app with a television or radio personality, who would it be?
For me?
The plastic cup.
For me?
It said lol.
I want to talk to Uncle Steve. That's what I want to holler at. Daytime, he got 12 million people listening every day, all day. He's syndicated in almost all 50 states. That'll get a message out.
I want to talk to a group of young people. I want to talk to, like, I don't even know. I don't even have one person in particular that I could talk to. Let me see if I can choose one person.
Obama, Michelle Obama.
Shoot my shot. Shoot, Al Sharpton. Al Sharpton. Let me shoot my shot. Al Sharpton. Why not? Michelle Obama. Let's not listen. We want somebody tag her. No.
You did just watch your First Lady special, Miss Obama. So if you out there somewhere and you get this, holler at us.
Yes, Michelle Obama. And honestly, you know, I think 2 years ago, one time I'm dressed up, you know, 2 years ago, like 2 years or 3 years, I don't know what year is that. Like, I'm walking one day, 3 people in different places. They were asking if I'm Michelle Obama.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. And then I asked them, like, oh my God, am I in trouble? Like, if you do that, am I in trouble?
No.
Am I okay?
I'm just laughing because that's a comparison. Michelle Obama was like 6'1". You look like you about 5'2".
Yeah, I know, 5'4", something like that. I said, I think I'm going to accept that because she's classy. I like her, you know, I love her. And, you know, so that's why I said, okay, I don't know. Like, I hope you will not be insulted, Miss Michelle. But, you know, 3 people in different places tell me in that one day, it's like, that is unbelievable.
That's good.
That's great, though. That's
so hopefully Michelle Obama will see this app, and then maybe you can help us to share this to the world, because I think this is the best thing that will ever happen.
Yeah,
you're not against police, but we're just trying to make this at peace for everybody.
Get rid of the bad, I like the good.
We're not against anybody. Like I said,
yes.
I was military police when I was in the Army. Once I got out of the Army, I came and I did federal corrections. So I have a history with law enforcement. You know, I have aunts who was a warden at a prison, and she became a warden after doing 20 years in the police department. And then, you know, so I have law enforcement and military in my family. So when I tell you it is not a hate act, because that would be hate for what I do and what I came from and how I was taught, you know, but it really is, it's necessary because we have to eradicate, because I know they're not all bad. I know there are more good than bad. And I know there's a lady who she's so near and dear to my heart. Her name is Cheryl Jackson. I love her. And I was on the phone talking to her, and she's a retired Suffolk County police officer.
Mhm.
Told me, she said, nobody. She said, you think y'all are upset? She said, nobody hates a dirty cop more than a good cop. So she said,
Mhm.
yeah, y'all think y'all are upset. Society thinks they're upset. She says, imagine how the police officers who do it right,
Yes.
how they feel.
Yes.
So,
And I am a daughter of a policeman. I am the policeman in the Philippines. And my dad, not because he's my dad, he
Right.
is really a good man.
Mhm.
Like he is really like following the rules, like something like that. That's why I respect policemen. I respect policemen. I have nothing against them. But this app is very, very, I think it's going to be helpful to everyone, especially for doing the reports.
I'll tell you this, every time I was arrested, it was not every time.
Arrested? Have you been? It's a
I've
lot.
only been arrested. It's been a few, not a lot. One hand, listen, besides the point.
Okay.
The matter is that those times where I encountered police, only one time was really bad. So for the most part, even though it's not a situation that you may want to be in, like it's, whether you get stopped or whether you get a ticket or whatever, it's even though it's not something that you want, but the person still did what they did well.
Yeah.
You gotta give it to them. Like, you can't rate somebody a 1 because they gave you a ticket. You probably deserve the ticket. So,
Yeah.
So it's just, we're really just trying to just highlight the good, eradicate the bad, break down this wall of silence and division, and just bring unity. It's time for unity. So
Yeah, I am really, really thankful for you for doing this. When I first met you, when you explained that, it doesn't resonate me right away. But the more you explain what you do, the more that I am there's a lot of people in my Coffee Connect is really want to help, like really, really like, oh yeah, this is awesome. It's really like a lot of people wants to help you guys.
Well, we are so grateful. We thank you. Your networking has been such a blessing to us. It has taken our vision further than what we originally saw at the beginning.
Yeah.
So just the collaborative effort and just the working together. That's why I said it's a people's app. It's really
is.
The people. The ideas are from the people. It's for the people. So
yeah, and I'm really thankful
everybody to download it. Everybody go download it. It's the beta testing process. Download it. Hit us up on Messenger and say, hey, what about this? What about that? Well, how about adding this? How about adding that? What about this? Like, tell us everything. If you think it's whack, say, hey, it's whack.
Yeah.
But say something. If you're gonna say it's whack, say why it's whack. But just we really want people to just download it while it's free. Get it while it's free, because once we put a charge on it, I don't want to hear no mouth.
Yeah.
So
yeah, before ending this, I would like to know, what do you want people to take away from this? Oh, that is too deep.
No,
that's too deep for me. Like what? Like,
I mean, for me, what I want people to take away is we're embarking on something that no one has ever really done, and everyone with eyes realizes, at least smart people with eyes, realizes all the problems that are taking place in this country involving police and the surrounding communities. And if you take anything from this, use your voice, use the app, rewind, use the app, use your voice, and fix what's going on in your community, because sitting around and complaining does nothing for no one. All that equals is more lost lives, more complaints, more bloodshed, more protesting, more rioting, then more lost lives. You fix this by acting, conversating, and using the app.
So how are they going to get the app?
Excuse me?
How are they going to get the app too?
Right now, the Apple or the iOS platform, you can grab it right now, like she said, for the beta testing phase. We're still tied up with Google And the Play Store, their paperwork issue something totally different. We've been waiting for them for 2 weeks.
Okay.
So
That's good. So where are the people, if there's people who would love to help and jump into what you do, or any sponsors here, what are the things you need to make this app more effectively?
money.
Of course, sponsorship.
Money, we need promotion and publicity. We're trying to absolutely spread awareness. The time is now. We have to take advantage of the season. We have to take advantage of the climate and the temperature, just what's going on in the world.
Mm-hmm.
In this election season.
Yeah.
If Trump gets reelected, we know that policing is going to get even more worse. Can I even say that? Is that English? Even more worse? I don't know.
Are you talking to me?
Hello? Because we're real screwed up right now. So if he gets another 4 years, we're going to be more worstesses than we've ever been in the history of this country.
In the history of
more worstesses than we've ever been.
So we really are trying to just really take advantage of the season right now, with just the whole world really watching, and that's why we know that we had to act fast, because this app really is the answer to what's next. What happens after the marching? What happens after everything is burnt down? What happens after the funerals are done and everybody does, sang songs and threw flowers? Where do we go next? And the next is, let's put the heat where the heat belongs, and let's start making people accountable and making them responsible for their actions. And if you can't handle the heat, then it's time to get out the kitchen.
So how are they going to connect with you?
Nobody can keep their job doing a bad job except the cop.
And the president.
Nobody can keep their job doing a bad job except law enforcement.
Yeah. So how are they going to connect with you?
We are available I'm Katrina Hairston on Facebook. We are Lens Moving with Strategy, a group on Facebook. You can go ahead and it's a private group. We accept any and all who are like-minded individuals that are committed to police reform, that are committed to police accountability, and just the future lives of your children. You can follow us on the official Lens app on Instagram. You can go visit our page, www.thelensapp.com. Go to your iOS store and download it, Lens, L.I.N.S. maybe. So you can find us anywhere and everywhere. I would throw my phone number out there, but we're not going to do that. But
yes, no.
We're not going to do that because she gets enough phone calls on Facebook as
is. Please reach out to us. Even if this is not your cup of tea, but it's something that you think someone else may be interested in, we're trying to share. We're available for speaking engagements, podcasts, in-person interviews, online interviews. We're just trying to spread awareness, trying to get this app in the phones of every person living and breathing from 8 to 80.
Yeah, so everyone, if you believe in this app, please share this messages, share this Facebook, share this to anyone, and then connect with Lamont and Katrina to help them out to make these things gonna work. So I would like to thank Sherry Williams for connecting me to you. Because of her, you got a long way. You met a lot of people in the My Coffee Connect. So tell us about your experience at the My Coffee Connect. And how do you feel when...
I love the My Coffee Connect. Yeah. The first day... We didn't know what to expect.
Okay.
And so when we came in, we didn't know what to say. We just didn't know. And it really felt like, I guess... I don't know, we had been on quarantine for so long, all we had was to talk to each other, but just seeing other people on the screen. It was exciting. It was just so happy to talk to other people than just each other and our kids. So it's just really been a place where we connected with a lot of people, entrepreneurs with good hearts, good minds, good business minds. You have some brilliant, savvy, money-making minds in there. I sent out a few invitations to a few business people that I know that have their own business to start their own business to try to connect. I don't know if they are, but they should. You know, so it's a blessing, which is why we came back for October.
Yes.
Because we know that there is so much more that you know that there's to do together, and we appreciate the collaborative effort that you have given to everybody. You're the dopest. You're dope.
So, yeah, a lot of people like amazed with the things that you do. That's why, you know, you are open with another organization, and then, you know, just, you know, because of what you do, we are, oh, somebody is like doing this, you know, this Ahmed Brown. We have come a long way.
Oh yes.
Hi.
Let me tell you something. Ahmed Brown was my best friend in high school. We laughed and joked and sang and listened to John P. Key. He was a gospel artist. He's a good friend. Love him. And he has a son. Who's you know needs to be downloading the app too. So make sure your baby downloads that app.
Yeah. Everyone, if you want to know more about it, connect with Lamont and Katrina. And what are the things that you can say that you can say before we go?
Love you.
That's it. Enough said.
Listen, it's you know, without love, the Bible says you're a clanking sound and a gonging cymbal. You don't even sound good. No matter what you say, it sounds like Charlie Brown's mother if you don't have love in it. And so this is a hard job to do because it's very emotionally taxing when you're constantly seeing injustice, murder, when you almost have to chase it and pursue it because now it's our passion in our lives now. It's very taxing and it's very emotional and it hurts when you constantly see people that look like your son, people look like your brother, people look like your father, people look like your aunt that's constantly being attacked and almost seems like it's hunting season for them. So prayer.
Yes.
Prayer has been, I don't think I've ever prayed this much. I don't think I've ever prayed this much because at some point it becomes a mind thing where your mind starts to go because that's all it has. And so that's why I said it's a labor of love because it's not easy. It's not easy constantly, you know, seeking out.
Well, look at these messages. Ahmed, love you all. Thank you for all your services. And then we have Bongay says hello. Good to see
you. Oh, Bongay is a real hero. Yeah. She's saving them babies. So
yeah, we just saved, but we just save a baby. You know, a woman that is like, you know, we just donated $210 for the end child marriages.
Yeah,
because of I had 42 attendees, and we donate $5 for each ticket to Bongay.
Yeah.
And for the holiday, we're going to have my Champagne Connect, so we will see that.
Oh, that's good. Is that going to be in person?
No, we're still in Zoom. I'm still not ready.
Okay.
No, we're still in Zoom, but we are going to pop up the wine. So, you know, that this month you can buy. I will put up the link. This month you can buy this for the month of October. It's very good. It's Chardonnay white wine. So, thank you, Thank you so much for this awesome, you know, opportunity to get to know you and to get to know you and your business. And I hope Michelle Obama is going to hear this. Michelle, hello.
If she called, this house is over.
Listen,
you know, we love you.
If you call this house, she may get hung up first because I wouldn't believe it was her.
Yeah. I love her. So, Michelle, if you hear that, if you know anyone that knows Michelle, maybe you can connect them with them. You can connect.
Or Steve Harvey.
Or Steve Harvey.
Or the Plastic Cup Boys.
You know, we can help more people. So, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching us. And then you can follow me at YouTube, Coffee and Conversations with Melissa. And you are awesome.
Love you.
Thank you.
Love
Thank
you,
you.
love you, love you. Thank you so much for this time.
Don't go yet, but thank you, everyone. Tomorrow is my the Beckwiths love course with the Beckwiths. So it's 8:30 tomorrow. So stay tuned for them. We're talking about love.
Ooh.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a great night.